Hey, what's up guys? I am Shun, FREERIDER. What do you imagine online dating? I'm really curious about it. Amazing! 20% dating is came from internet. This is IT error, right? I would like to get a girlfriend by Coffee Meets Bagel. This is a romantic opportunity to find it. So let's enjoy the video. Thanks for your time today.
Sure.
Yeah, and so Coffee Meets Bagel, I like it so much. And so first, please tell me about origin of name and matching. So yeah.
Right. So Coffee Meets Bagel name, it's interesting because it's very polarizing in that some people love it and some people hate the name. The reason why we came up with this is because we first, our core user base that we targeted were young professionals. And the way our service works, as you probably know, is that every day at noon, you get one bagel that is curated just for you, with your similar interesting backgrounds, education, social network, and you have 24 hours to either like or pass on this bagel. So we wanted to create a habit for our member base, and you know, like have the noon time something that they look forward to on a daily basis. And so what is the one thing that all young professionals look forward to on a daily basis? It's coffee break. What goes well with coffee, we chose bagel because we launched in New York City first, and it's a very, very staple breakfast item in New York City.
So I think so Tinder is a likely dating apps too, and so this is a hot or not gamification, and so I think matching service is a very good. One point is gamification, and you have a gamification is like one day matching and it's not. So what do you think of gamification?
I think gamification. So when I hear over the word gamification, I think it in more terms of the business model. You know, how do you actually make gamify the way we give out beans and make them purchase or use beans in a fun manner. So, you know, how do we reward behaviors that we want them to do through beans? How do we actually get them to spend more? Those are the gamification that I can kind of, what I consider gamification, and I think Coffee Meets Bagel as an app has done a really, really great job making dating fun that way.
Please tell me episode of Coffee Meets Bagel, one episode you know.
One episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I met my boyfriend through Coffee Meets Bagel.
Really?
So that is a really great episode, I think.
Yeah, cool. And so please tell me about your founding story.
Yeah, so I started Coffee Meets Bagel with my two sisters. And you know, we come from an entrepreneurial background in that both our mom and dad were entrepreneurs. In fact, my dad has never worked for anyone in his life. He graduated from college and started his own company with his own brother, my uncle. And so he has a family business that he's been dedicating himself to 30 years. And we grew up watching him being so passionate about his business. And we always thought, you know, someday it would be awesome for the three of us to get together and start a company of our own. And about 3 years ago, we thought it was the right time. We've had, you know, all three of us had great work experience. You know, we were only getting older. So, you know, it's kind of now or never. And we landed in dating because we saw this as one of the most common problems that, you know, that young professionals, in fact, any young people have. You know, people are becoming perpetual singles. They are getting married later. They're getting divorced. I think last year was the first year when in the United States there were more single adults than married for the first time in U.S. history. And yet we have really hard time dedicating a lot of time to meeting new people. And because we're so busy at work, meeting new people has become a very difficult challenge. And so we wanted to tackle that problem together.
So you got a $7.8 million founded July this year. So this is very good. I'm very surprised. So what is a critical point to get founded?
I think initially it's about the founders and the chemistry the founders are going to have with the VC. Because they're really investing in your team. Because you don't really have a lot to show in terms of traction. I think for Series A, you really should be able to show some impressive growth and engagement. One of the key things about Coffee Meets Bagel that our investors were really impressed with was the level of engagement that they saw. Typically in a dating app, you only see daily active users or monthly active users is sub 20%. Our user base was close to 60%. So more than 60% of our users are coming in to check our Coffee Meets Bagel every day, and that is a super impressive growth. That is an engagement level that's on par with Facebook. And so I think that's kind of what convinced them to give us the money. If engagement is that strong, comments naturally comes part.
What is a good point to keep watching to get along?
What do you have to join your profile?
So what is so about matching? After matching, I think Tinder is just matching. But so your Coffee Meets Bagel makes us continue to relationship with man and as with each other. I think. So what is the most important point? Do you think?
So after you match, which means you both liked each other, we open up a chat line, right? The most important thing is for you to engage in the chat line, send some message within the first 24 hours. In fact, if it's the first 3 hours, it's the best. If you want to maximize the chance that you're going to actually end up meeting up, initiate message within 3 hours. Ask a question is another thing that's really important. Like, instead of chit-chatting in the app, ask to meet up right away. Don't wait too long. That is another key critical point that people often forget. Like, the chat line is there for you to actually set up a date and not chat there forever. If you're not going to meet up, then there's no point.
Okay. And so finally, please tell me about your dream. This year's America.
Well, my vision is, we started Coffee Meets Bagel wanting to make a difference in singles all around the world. I think we are just getting started and we're scratching the surface of it. In the US, which is our biggest market, but we're still considered pretty small compared to guys like Match or even Tinder. We just started expanding internationally. We're only in a few cities right now outside of the US, so we have a lot of work to do there. I think we really have a team and a model that can make a very positive impact in a lot of singles who are looking for relationships. So that's kind of what my goal is.
Thank you.